everybody. This is Jody Underhill. Hope everybody's doing great. I'm joined today by Brad from Best Buy Painting. Brad, tell us a little bit about Best Buy, sort of like where you're located, your position there, and what challenges were you facing whenever you reached out?
Yeah, thanks, Jody. Best Buy Painting, we're located in Cleveland, Ohio. We serve all of the northeast suburban areas of Cleveland, Ohio. And we've been around for 20 years. I started this company with just myself and one other guy in a van, just like the typical painters do. We slowly grew. I was integrating a whole lot of things in our process and our procedures and just trying to figure out things. Started the company back in 2004, figured out the estimating part to be successful, to keep cash flow coming in. We're mainly a residential repaint company. We stay away from industrial painting. We dip our toe a little bit into some commercial painting, which that's going to be one of our, BHAGs moving forward. We want to get into a little bit more commercial so we can be a little bit more diversified. But Best Buy Painting, we've been around for 20 years. We've had up to about 15 guys. This season, this down season, we're down to 7, which is way more manageable and actually a lot more profitable. We reached out last year when we really were starting to take our recruiting and hiring very seriously. Up until that point, we would put ads on Craigslist and just hope for the best and keep our fingers crossed. But we also were, at that time, we're working with the BTA, Breakthrough Academy, and they were teaching us all about ideal candidate profiles, employment contracts, ways to keep guys and hold guys accountable. So we didn't have to be hostages to our employees because of the fact that, we were getting a lot of call off, no calls, no shows, guys showing up looking like they slept in their car, which they probably did. But we wanted to attract a higher quality candidate, people that were really looking for a career instead of just a part-time job. So we took it very seriously. We reached out they got a lot of good accolades through the Breakthrough Academy. I did my due diligence and reached out to a lot of other painting contractors. They spoke very highly of it. We got situated with it. The timing of it was we were $1 late and a day short, right? We started at, probably the end of or the beginning of our peak season when HR and that caliber of painter, they've already got a job at that point in the year. We pushed through, we really worked the system, we worked it out very well. We just got a new representative, Rachel Tarr. She's been a rock star. She reaches out to us, I think it's like once every week. She gives me a call, touches base, walks me through the dashboard, shooting me emails. How's this guy? This guy sent a HireFlix video. I really love the HireFlix videos because instead of just doing a blank call with somebody can sound really good, but then you get them in your office and they got tattoos going up their neck and into their eyeballs, and you don't want that person representing your company going into, a residential home. Might be good for industrial work or commercial work, but not for what we're looking for. So it gives us a face with the name. And so therefore you can reach out to that person, talk with them. We've been very fortunate with it. We actually just hired 2 people that are working out very well. We have a great onboarding system now. They come into our office and their first day is just watching videos and filling out paperwork, making sure that we cross our T's, dot our I's. We walk through our employment contracts, our employee manuals, set them up for success, set them up with mentors on the jobs, which are usually our crew leader. And they work with all 3 of our crew leaders throughout the first month that they're here. And then we have a sit down with them and ask them, how are they liking things? What can they improve upon? What can we improve upon as a company to help support them with their growth, what their aspirations are, where do they see themselves in the next 12 months, and just kind of setting them up with a GSR growth setting review, basically at that 1-month period. And then we set it up for another 5 or 6 months out. But in the interim, they're also having meetings every month with their crew leaders just to make sure that we're staying in touch. We want to empower our employees. Tommy Mellos from A1 Garage Door Services, I read his book, Elevate. And I mean, it really hit home is that we really want our guys to be successful, not only within our company, but also, outside of our company, because that's why we work, right? Needless to say, it's been great. Like I said, we have 2 new hires. They're working out great. We vetted them, and it's just been a great little niche that we have.
You mentioned Rachel, who absolutely is a rock star, and I mentioned the HireFlix, but what is, other than those, what has been your favorite part of the process or the system? If that's what they are, that's fine. But has there been anything else that's kind of stood out for you that was like, wow, I didn't realize we were going to get that.
We usually utilize Indeed now as well. Indeed kind of helps us just get the names and resumes of it. I think that the HireFlix videos is like my favorite because of the fact that I get to put a face with a name, and because I really am very picky about who I like to work with, because the old adage is like the 5 people that you associate yourself the most is who you tend to become. I like to associate myself with people that are motivated and want to become better, because that's what I want as a business owner at all times.
That's amazing. So let me ask you this. So what would you tell somebody that's thinking about using the service?
I would tell them to not hesitate anymore, to make sure that before they start getting really good candidates, to do their homework and really look within their own company. What do they have to offer that candidate? Because you're going to get really good candidates. It's up to you to then keep them and keep them engaged, keep them motivated, keep them wanting to become better. And if you don't have a structured system within your own company, do that first, because you're going to get good candidates. But if you don't have that system, they're not going to stick around for very long.
Well, Brad, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. This is the least I've ever spoke during a testimonial. So, and also you mentioned BHAGs earlier. For those of you that don't know what a BHAG is, that's a big hairy ass goal. So in case they didn't know, and also shout out to Breakthrough Academy, because a lot of people that come and look at their may and may not be looking for a best practices group, and Breakthrough Academy is absolutely amazing. I've done some stuff over there with Benji, and I said it's definitely worth taking a look at that as well.
Absolutely.
It's all about elevating everybody in the home service industry, and we want to make sure that they get their due as well. So thank you again for taking the time to be on here, and I wish you the best, and we'll keep getting people coming in for you.
Thanks, Jody. Appreciate you, man.